we have been through so much as a family, as athletes, that he is prepared for everything. The only thing that really hurt me, when they started the line and saying he wasn't prepared or he was this or he came in with headphones on. I know my sheep. I know my son. I know what I raised. I know better than that. Shedeur ain't never did nothing stupid like that. You know what he said? Let me do my time in private. I'm doing my time right now.
Man.
I got this. He said, when you come, hey, it's going to be all kind of bull junk. I say, you know what? I got you.
Right. Yeah.
So we directed the flight and we came on back to boat.
Deion Sanders finally broke his silence about his son, Shedeur Sanders, and the man didn't hold back. During a raw, emotional moment at training camp coverage, Coach Prime opened up about Shedeur's mindset, his relentless grind, and his explosive growth. He shut down every critic in one swoop, saying all that talk about Shedeur being unprepared was nothing but lies, pure noise from people who clearly don't know what real work looks like. Deion spoke with that proud father fire in his eyes as he revealed something most folks didn't know. Shedeur actually asked him not to show up to his training sessions, not out of ego, but out of hunger. He didn't want any safety net, no spotlight, no special treatment. He wanted to fight for his spot the old school way, no shortcuts, no excuses, just straight up sweat and grit. He's a fighter, Deion said, his voice full of that old school edge that built legends. Coach Prime explained that Shedeur's mindset isn't about waiting for doors to open, it's about breaking them down. He's built different. Every drill, every snap, every rep is personal. And now that relentless grind has finally paid off. After weeks of battling through setbacks and doubters, Shedeur's moment has arrived, and Deion says his son is making the most of it. This wasn't just a proud dad talking. This was a seasoned coach recognizing a young quarterback who refused to crumble when the pressure hit. Deion's excitement for the preseason is off the charts. He called it the turning point for Shedeur's career. No more sidelines, no more development talk, no more hiding his talent.
See the game start because
Next Friday, I'm full everybody locked in, baby.
You can do what you want, but you're gonna have to let him play in preseason. He gonna have to play, and I know he gonna get the ball down the field. I know him.
The preseason isn't just another test. It's Shedeur's statement. His chance to step into the light, take control, and prove that everything he built in college wasn't hype, it was preparation for greatness. Deion Sanders says this is the moment where Shedeur reminds the world exactly who he is. Not just a quarterback with skills, but a mentality monster. Deion believes this is where Shedeur shows that greatness isn't about hype or headlines. It's about heart, discipline, and that cold-blooded focus that separates the good from the great. Coach Prime didn't mince words when talking about his son's journey. He made it crystal clear. There were no handouts, no favoritism, no shortcuts. When Shedeur played under him, Deion wasn't just a proud father on the sidelines clapping for his boy. He was the coach, holding him accountable like everyone else, maybe even tougher. When Shedeur's accuracy dipped, when the energy wasn't matching the standard, Deion didn't hesitate. He pulled him back instantly. No pity reps, no free passes because of the last name. Every single snap had to be earned the hard way.
We've always done that here.
Really?
Like here, we've always done that with 7-on-7 as well as team. We've always kept track because I wanted the quarterbacks to always see where they were. Because I never wanted the quarterback with, coach, you not give me the reps. Son, you're throwing for 30% completion percent.
There were days when Shedeur sat, benched, frustrated, and forced to dig deeper. And that's exactly what built him. Deion didn't do it to break his son. He did it because he believed in what he could become. Tough love, he said, that's what makes real players. That fire-forged discipline is what turned Shedeur into the composed, unshakable competitor we see now. Deion also peeled back the curtain on his whole philosophy as both a father and a coach. For him, it's never been about forcing his sons to be the best. It's about teaching them to give their best every single day. He preached effort over ego, discipline over comfort, and growth over perfection. Every practice, every lecture, every long night watching tape was a message. You're the best when you give your best. That's the prime blueprint.
And they know they had to be, my deal with my kids, you don't have to be the best, but you got to give me your best.
That's all.
And I know your best. I know your guts. You can't
That's
tell
the
me.
problem.
And Deion didn't dodge the tough topic either, the boundary between dad and coach. From day one, he told Shedeur straight up, once they hit that field, there's no family card to play. No dad out there, only coach. The line wasn't blurry. It was bold, intentional, and built on respect. He wanted Shedeur to know that he'd be treated like every other player, maybe even harder, because greatness doesn't come from comfort. It comes from being tested, and Shedeur passed every test thrown his way. No special favors, no soft landings, just the same grind and expectations everyone else faces. That separation between father and coach wasn't just about fairness, it was Deion's way of preparing Shedeur for the real world where respect isn't handed out, it's earned every single day. And now, those lessons are paying off big time because Deion's words aren't just a proud dad moment, they're being echoed across the entire NFL. Momentum around Shedeur Sanders is catching fire, and it's spreading fast. Analysts, insiders, and even former players are all starting to chant the same thing. He's ready? Put him in. The noise is too loud to ignore now. One of the boldest voices leading the charge is sports analyst Nick Wright, who didn't sugarcoat a single thing. He said straight up, Shedeur Sanders deserves to be the starter. That's not coming from hype or bias, it's coming from facts. Wright broke it down with context that hit hard. Shedeur's competing against names like Kenny Pickett, Dillon Gabriel, and Joe Flacco, and according to Wright, it's not even close. He was brutally honest about Pickett, saying he's already had multiple chances to prove he's the future, and he hasn't done it. Pickett isn't the answer, Wright declared, and it hit like a cold truth bomb. Then came the comparison that really turned heads. Shedeur might be new, but he's showing signs of being more polished, more prepared, and more composed than the so-called veterans. The kid's poise, his footwork, his confidence in the pocket, it's all screaming NFL ready. And when the topic turned to Joe Flacco, Wright didn't hold back one bit. Despite Flacco's Super Bowl ring and that old-school veteran status, Wright basically said the man's time is up. That era's over, he implied, making it clear that the league has evolved, and Shedeur fits the new wave of leadership perfectly. It's wild to think that just a few months ago, Shedeur was being doubted, and now top analysts are calling for him to take the reins. The buzz is real, the belief is spreading.
Because he has found himself with Kenny Pickett, who is not an NFL quarterback. He's flatly not an NFL quarterback. We have seen it every chance he's had, every opportunity he's had to play.
And the message is loud. Shedeur Sanders isn't next up. He's ready right now. Nick Wright made one thing crystal clear. While Joe Flacco's experience might still hold value as a mentor, there's absolutely no world where he should be starting over someone like Shedeur Sanders. Wright didn't sugarcoat it. He said Shedeur brings something to the table that an aging veteran just can't match anymore. Energy, mobility, and upside. The kind of spark that lights up a locker room and electrifies a fan base. Wright painted the picture perfectly. Flacco's had his moment in the sun, but now the game's moved on. Meanwhile, Shedeur's that young, hungry quarterback who's not just chasing an opportunity, he's creating one. Wright said, "You can't teach hunger, and Shedeur's got it in every snap." That's the kind of statement that turns heads fast. When Wright shifted his focus to Dillon Gabriel, he gave a fair assessment. He praised Gabriel's mechanics, his football IQ, and his flashes of potential. But then came the hard truth. Wright pointed out that size could become a limiting factor for Gabriel when the real pressure hits on Sundays. Good tools, solid mind, but maybe not built for the grind, he implied. It wasn't hate, it was realism. With all that laid out, Wright didn't hesitate to hammer home his main point. Shedeur Sanders should be the guy leading this team.
Gabriel, who through no fault of his own, commits one of my cardinal sins of quarterbacking, which is he's tiny. And so, he's tiny.
Not tomorrow, not eventually, but right now. Wright said it isn't just about performance, it's about presence. Shedeur doesn't just play well, he commands the field. Even if the numbers weren't eye-popping, Wright said his leadership, composure, and preparation already separate him from the rest. And when the stats did come into play, that's when things got undeniable. Wright examined the training camp numbers and said, yeah, they might not tell the whole story. But when you start to see patterns, you pay attention. And with Shedeur, that pattern screamed consistency, completion rate elite, decision-making under pressure sharper every day, efficiency near the top every single session. No flukes, no lucky throws, no one-hit wonders, just steady, high-level execution day after day. Wright said it best, in a league built on pressure, what truly separates backups from franchise leaders isn't flash, it's consistency. And right now, Shedeur Sanders is showing the kind of steady fire that teams build dynasties around. Deion Sanders left no room for doubt by the end of it all. Shedeur is starving for this moment. He's not waiting around for favors or handouts. He's out there taking what he's earned. From day one of camp, Shedeur's made it clear he's not there just to run drills or fill a jersey. He's there to make a statement. Every rep, every throw, every single moment on that field has been attacked with focus and purpose. He's not leaning on the Sanders name, he's building his own legacy. Deion sees that firsthand, not just as a proud dad, but as a coach who's watched his quarterback grow tougher, sharper, and more locked in with every session. That hunger, that edge, it's what's separating Shedeur from everyone else. Deion said he's watched his son block out all the background noise, ignore the critics, and let his work speak louder than any headline ever could. And it's paying off. Shedeur's showing more consistency than some veterans, reading defenses like a pro, adjusting on the fly, and leading the offense with a calm confidence that's rare in someone this young. Those little things, timing, decision-making, poise, that's what turns a good player into a franchise cornerstone. The stats back him up, the attitude backs him up, and the grind backs him up. Deion said it best through his actions and his words. Shedeur's not chasing a roster spot. He's chasing greatness. He's not satisfied with just proving he belongs. He's out to dominate.
I want to see him.
Yeah.
And the fact that whatever those training camp stats are worth, and maybe it's next.
And judging by everything we've seen so far, Shedeur Sanders isn't slowing down, not one bit. His rise is real, his drive is relentless, and his moment, it's coming fast. So, what do you think about Deion's approach to coaching his son, tough love, or the perfect formula for building a legend? The buzz around Shedeur Sanders has officially exploded, and it's not just hype anymore. Every major outlet, from ESPN to local Cleveland reporters, is now covering his rise like it's the next big NFL story. You can feel it. The momentum, the tension, the anticipation. This isn't just another camp standout story. This is the beginning of something real. Inside the Browns facility, players are starting to take notice too. Veterans who once kept their distance are now giving Shedeur that quiet respect, the kind you only earn through performance, not talk. Even defensive guys are admitting he's forcing them to level up their game. He's sharper than most rookies I've seen, one insider whispered during drills. That's huge! What's wild is how Shedeur carries himself. No arrogance, no fake confidence, just calm intensity. He's got that quiet fire, the kind that burns through doubt and makes everyone around him pay attention. You can tell he's been raised to handle this moment. Every time he steps on the field, it feels like he's rewriting his own narrative.
Next to nothing, it's not nothing, and it's not 0% that they're worth. And every time we show him, he's at least in line with everybody. And so I just think there is
better.
Proving that the name Sanders doesn't just belong in highlight reels, but in serious quarterback conversations. Even Coach Stefanski, who once hesitated to give him more reps, has started shifting his tone. Word from inside the camp says he's been impressed by Shedeur's discipline and leadership in team huddles. That's no small thing coming from a coach known for playing it safe. The pressure's mounting for Stefanski to make a decision, and the locker room's energy is making it impossible to ignore. Fans are sensing it too. Social media is flooded with clips, commentary, and fan-made edits hyping up Shedeur's preseason debut. People are calling him the calm storm. And honestly, it fits. Because he's not making noise, he's making moves. The Browns might have just stumbled into the beginning of a new era, and everyone can feel it coming. Shedeur's rise isn't luck. It's earned, it's deliberate, and it's only getting louder. By now, it's impossible to ignore. Shedeur Sanders has become the story of the Browns' offseason. What started as whispers has turned into a full-blown movement. Reporters are camped out at practice just to capture a single throw. Fans are showing up early wearing custom QB1 shirts, and even the team's veterans are starting to look at Shedeur like he's not the rookie anymore. He's the future. The intensity around him is electric. Every snap he takes feels like a statement, a reminder that he's not just competing, he's claiming his spot. Players on the defensive side are saying he's making reads like a seasoned vet, adjusting protections, calling audibles, and hitting throws that make even the coordinators double take. That's not normal rookie behavior. That's leadership in motion. Insiders say that Deion's influence shows every time Shedeur steps on the field. He's composed, strategic, and refuses to let pressure crack him. He's got that prime DNA, one staff member said, and they meant it. He's cool under fire, focused through the noise, and hungry for every challenge that comes his way. Meanwhile, Coach Stefanski's dilemma is growing by the day. The competition between Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur is no longer even. It's leaning heavily in one direction. The tape doesn't lie, and the team can feel the shift happening in real time. Every clean throw, every smart read, every confident command in the huddle is pushing Stefanski closer to a decision he can't dodge for much longer. And the fans? They're already there. Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, everyone's talking about it. The comments are loaded with fans saying, "Start Shedeur now," and "We've seen enough. Give the kid the keys." It's rare for an entire fan base to unite behind a rookie this fast, but that's what's happening. The hype isn't just noise, it's momentum. The Browns might be standing on the edge of a major shift, and Shedeur Sanders is the one holding the match. The question now is simple. Will the coaching staff light the fire or let it burn out on the sidelines? So what do you think about Deion Sanders' tough love approach with Shedeur? Do you respect the fact that he draws that bold line between being a father and a coach, keeping family out of football once they step on the field? And what about those moments when he held Shedeur accountable like any other player, even pulling him from drills when the performance didn't hit the standard? Some say that's exactly what the NFL needs more of, real accountability, no favoritism, no excuses. Others think it might be too much pressure coming from a parent who's also the coach. But maybe that's what makes it work. The balance between love and discipline, pride and professionalism. At the end of the day, Deion's not just building a player, he's building a leader, someone who knows what it takes to earn respect, not expect it, and honestly, that kind of mindset could change everything for the Browns. So now it's your turn. What's your take on all this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Coach Prime's approach is genius or just too intense for family dynamics in football? We're curious to hear what you think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you on the next one.